What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the truck some more. I got the 2001 Dodge Ram Laramie SLT over here, and over here we have the Chevy Silverado LTZ Z71 in satin steel, and we got jet black over here. Now today's video, I'll try to make this really quick, even though sometimes I say that and they're still pretty long, so sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to give you the best information that I can and the truthful information that I can, because I don't do all that extra stuff that some YouTubers do. I just try to get it plain and simple out and the best way I can to make sense for me and for you guys and give you guys the truth. All right, so now the number one difference about owning an older truck and a newer truck. All right, the number one difference, I will say, it's computerization stuff. It's button pressing, it's electronic stuff. Everything electronic, light wise, button pressing wise, entertainment wise, electronic braking system wise, electric exhaust cutoffs, stuff like that, all of the above. So let's start over here with the Dodge Ram. All right, I told you guys in a previous video, the older stuff, older trucks, older vehicles, if it's a car, they don't have many electronic things on them, except for obviously your dials and some buttons in your interior of your vehicles. All right, most of your door handles are manual. All right, getting up to the upper years, then they start getting into the key fobs. But if you got an older style car or truck, you've got just your key entry. All right, you got to stick your key in here and open the door. It's manual. You don't have electronic folding mirrors. All right, you don't have the LED lights. You have halogen. You can update those things, yes, but it costs money, so it's not original on the truck. It's not stock. Now let's go over here to the newer style. All right, you do have button pressing, you do have electronic stuff. Now guess what we have over here for new style? You have your key fob, but you don't even have to take it out of your pocket now. You can just simply press a button on your door handle and boom, it'll open. It's unlocked. You can close it and press the button again, and now it's locked without even having to take your keys out of your pocket. You do have LED, yes, LED mirrors and folding mirrors that have a motor in them to close just by the press of a button. Now you have LED headlights and tail lights, with the exception for this truck, halogen blinkers that I did change out to LEDs. But this is stock. That comes stock. This is an LTZ model truck, by the way, for you guys that haven't seen the previous videos of my channel. So if you haven't seen those, please subscribe to my channel and watch those videos as well. Had a lot of stuff done to this truck already. Got new tires and rims coming soon, and maybe, this is a spoiler, a cam. We don't know yet, still in the process. We'll talk about that later. But you now have all of the electronic stuff for the interior, the heated seats, cooled seats, the steering wheel with all the buttons on it, heated steering wheel. You have the radio, infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, stuff like that.
It's a spaceship, boss!
In the older style, you have none of that. All of that stuff is computerized. All of that stuff is electronic. You have the electronic braking system now. The car and or truck will literally tell you when you need to change your brakes. You don't have any of that here with the older style. So that's why my number one difference between owning a newer truck and an older truck is electronics. For the braking, going back to the braking like we just talked here, if you need to change your brakes, you got to listen and or know or create a sheet and intervals on when you need to change that stuff. Just like your oil, for changing your oil. If you guys, some of you guys go by the 3,000 mile marker. I don't. I change it based on how I'm driving, where I'm driving to, if I'm driving long, etc., etc. That's how I've gotten this truck over 200,000 miles and why it still looks the way it does. But that's another video. If you guys want to know how I do that stuff, you want to know how I keep no rust on a 2001 Dodge Ram, which everybody else who owns one has rust holes galore all over the truck, then let me know in the comments below. I'll be glad to make a video for you guys explaining on how I keep rust off of this truck. But going over to this truck back again with the brakes, you have components, electricity, electronics, a computer telling you, hey, it's time to change your brakes. You have a brake monitoring system for new vehicles. With this, you have to listen and use your ears and or know, all right, this truck isn't braking, or this vehicle isn't braking as good as it used to. I'm starting to hear some noise on all of my tires and or one of my tires and rims, and I'm sure it's not my axle or anything like that, or what am I trying to say here? It'll come to me, hold on a second. My ball joints, it's not any of that, so I know it's probably something with my brakes. All right, now the old style of brakes, and some still today use them as well, obviously, because we still are driving older vehicles, come with a little kind of sensor. It's not electronic though, it's the little I don't even know what to call this anymore. It's been a while since I've said this. It's a bracket, all right, hanging off the brakes, that once it gets down to that bracket, it starts to scrape and make a noise, and then that'll let you know that, hey, for an older vehicle, that's your hearing alert that say, hey, it's time to change your brakes out, they're getting pretty low. But for this, all you got to do is drive it, and the message will pop up on your dash saying, hey, the brake monitoring system has detected your brakes are low. Find a nearby dealer as soon as possible and get your brakes changed. So now you don't even have to get out your vehicle and check or listen for the warning signs. Yeah, they'll still give you, if you rolled your window down and didn't have any of that, it'll still give you just like the older style vehicles. But now you don't have to do any of that. So that right there, guys, that is why I choose to say that the #1 difference between owning a new vehicle and an older vehicle is electronic. That's the reason right there. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.